Narmade Har Narmade
Narmada Har. I've often been asked, what is it that inspired me to walk the Narmada Parikrama? And I want to share that story with you. Some years ago, I was inspired by the spiritual teacher Sri M to walk from Rishikesh to Badrinath. And that journey was so inspiring and so transformational that when I got back to Rishikesh, I took a few days rest and then turned around and walked from Rishikesh to Kedarnath. Along the way, I received some communication from Sri M's organization, the Satsang Foundation, to say that he was conducting a 5-day retreat in Nagpur. And as I read that, a big light came on in my head and I heard this voice clearly saying to me, Ronnie Baba, you need to walk to Nagpur and go and say thank you to Sri M personally for inspiring you to walk from Rishikesh to Badrinath. I did exactly that. I came back from Kedarnath to Rishikesh. I couldn't walk all the way from Rishikesh to Nagpur and arrive at the satsang in time, so I took a train to Sagar and then walked south for 300 kilometers to Nagpur and had the opportunity of personally saying thank you to Sri M for that inspiration. And on that particular yatra, I stopped off in Narsinghpur at a mandir, and I spent 5 nights there, primarily because I developed a blister under one of my feet and I needed to rest that, I needed to get that healed, and I needed to buy some new shoes. And during that 5-day period, a lovely man by the name of Rajesh came and picked me up one day. He came with his scooty and he had a bag of lunch and he said, Ronnie Baba, you hop onto the back of the scooty, you hold the lunch, I'm taking you to the Narmada River. I said, Rajesh ji, tell me, what's the Narmada? He said, you don't worry, you hop on the back, we're going to go and visit some Babas there, and then I'll show you and tell you more about the Narmada River. And we arrived at the ashram of these 2 Babas right on the banks of the Narmada. Beautiful location. We had some lunch, and then I had the privilege of meeting some Parikramawasis who were busy walking the Narmada Parikrama. And then I realized that people undertake this, give or take, 3,000 kilometer journey as a spiritual pilgrimage. And I heard the whisper of Maa Narmada, a little whisper saying, Ronnie Baba, you must come and walk the Narmada Parikrama. But it wasn't yet a call, it wasn't a loud call. The following May, I walked from Rishikesh to Dwarahat, and I stayed with a Swami who had walked the Narmada Parikrama. And that's when I heard Maa Narmada calling me, saying, it's now time for you to come and be on my banks and in my lap. And that is what inspired me to walk the Narmada Parikrama. But you know, over time I've realized that you cannot make an intellectual decision about such a profound journey. You have to be called by Maa Narmada. You don't make an intellectual decision about walking 3,000 kilometers, doing tapasya, doing purification, doing penance. There's a deep inner calling in order for you to be able to do that. And so this is about the time when many Parikramawasis are going to start embarking on their journey around the Narmada River. And I want to wish all of them the very, very best. I want to wish them Maa Narmada's blessings. May she guide each and every one of you. May she protect you. May she provide for you. And I hope that you've heard her call loud and clear, and that you haven't made an intellectual decision about such a beautiful opportunity, such a spiritual, deep spiritual opportunity. And so I just recently had the opportunity of meeting and spending a bit of time with a lovely man who is about to start walking his journey, and he visited me here in Rishikesh. Ramohan Ji is his name, and I had some time with him, and I wish him well on his journey as I wish others well on their journey. So those of you who are or have ever considered walking the Narmada Parikrama, and I hear people say, yeah, no, one day I'm going to go and do that, I'm going to go and walk that journey. That's all good and well, but has Maa Narmada called you? Because she calls one to undertake a journey of that magnitude and that profundity. And so, to all those who are about to begin, all I can say is, Narmade Har. Narmade Har.
Narmade Har.
So, my name is Ronnie Baba, and I am standing here with Ramohan Ji, who I was in contact with and have been for quite some time, but then he has very kindly come to visit me a few times here in Rishikesh, and I'm very excited because he is going to start walking the Narmada Parikrama in the next few weeks. So Ramohan Ji, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about what your plans are.
My name is Ram Mohan. I was a native of Andhra, settled in Telangana, Hyderabad. Presently I am living in Tiruvannamalai, Arunachalam. This Narmada Parikrama is for quite some time in my mind. I want to make it. When I was thinking of this, a close friend of ours, of both of us, Mr. Pavan Malik, introduced Mr. Ronnie to me, and he told me about these things. And personally I came here to meet him 3 times and taking the tips, advices, suggestions how I should go. Now I am all set to go on this parikrama if everything goes well on October 2. And for the next 5 months I may be doing the parikrama.
Ramohan Ji, that's really that's wonderful to hear. I'm humbled by the fact that you say that you've come to take some tips from me. I mean, it's normally someone from India who you should be taking tips from, not someone who's a foreigner like me. But I feel very privileged that you think that maybe I can give you a little bit of guidance, because I'm very excited about your journey. And so I think you said to me that you were hoping to start in Amarkantak, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And then Ramohan Ji, all I want to be able to say to you is that may Maa Narmada guide you and protect you on your journey, as she has done certainly for me and many others who are and have walked the Narmada Parikrama. To be in her lap and on her banks is something very, very special. And as I said to you, whenever you're needing a little bit of information from some of the local people, all you need to do is shout Narmade Har, and you are bound to have someone that will appear. And
as if Narmada is there.
Absolutely, she sends people. There are many wonderful stories of the little miracles that happen, where someone is needing some food or they're needing some guidance, and lo and behold, someone will miraculously appear. And that's all the grace of Maa Narmada. So the very best of luck, and may Narmada bless you and keep you. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you very much.
Narmade Narmade Hara Narmade Hara Maa